an extra to me. But it's always been like just for the love of the fighting game.
Everyone at home's like, oh, easy to say since you won Capcom Cup, right? But yeah, here we go. So this is on the loser side of the bracket. And again, this is a situation here. And thank you, Idom, for stopping by over here. Thank you. Idom's going to be stepping off over here again. That is your former Capcom Cup champion, Idom, over here. And we are going to bring up one of the strongest Street Fighter V players during the course of the entire game, and one of the fan favorites here in NA. And that is, of course, Punk. How are you doing?
How you doing, James?
I'm doing good, doing good. How are you enjoying Street Fighter 6 so far? Oh, hang on one second. Oh, okay.
Oh, I enjoy it. It's pretty fun. It's a fresh new game. We were playing Street Fighter V for, what, like 7 years now? It's way too long.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe we've been playing it for that long.
But, I started growing gray hair. That's how, like, no joke. I got gray hair in my mustache and it's some in my hair.
Oh, man. That's the stress of playing Street Fighter, man.
Yeah,
that's
it's crazy.
The fighting game stress out there. But
that's why I got the braids, because I covered the gray hair up. I was like, okay, this is a smart way to do it.
Nah, you can't tell people that. It's the style, right? You're doing it for the style, absolutely. Oh man, but you just got in, right? Like you literally just landed like an hour ago or something.
I landed around 3 o'clock.
Nice. And so, how much of this did you play, like in the betas and such?
I played the beta a lot. I think I was streaming about 10 hours a day every day, so it was quite a lot.
And was it mostly just Luke, or did you learn like a lot of the different characters?
In the first beta, I played only Jamie, and then the second beta, I mostly played Luke, but I played some Chun-Li and who else? I tried Guile out for a bit too.
Okay, Guile seems really strong right now.
I think he's the best character in the beta build for sure.
So, I mean, who sticks out to you right now the most out of all the... I saw you playing Luke earlier, so is that your favorite so far?
No, well, of all the characters, I want to try out Cammy. But you don't have Cammy here. You're a Cammy guy yourself.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward for Cammy, but I'm also looking forward to that Zangief, man. I want to play that Zangief.
I'm not going to lie. E Honda looks mad interesting. It pains me to say that.
That pains me to hear, okay?
E Honda had the best super, I feel like, of any fighting game. His super is so cool.
The ring, you mean? Yeah.
The sumo ring of fire. I was like, oh, that's mad.
With the opponent's foot? Yeah.
He's trying to, like, throw you out of it, and then he does the sumo slam to win. I was like, nah, that's too sick. Don't make me a Honda player, Capcom.
Yeah. I've already had to deal with Honda in 5. I don't want to deal with him more. Oh, man. But yeah, so we got Toy and Alex Myers. They're in the loser side of the bracket over here. And obviously, this is just for seeding at this point in time. But, oh, that's going to hit right there. How do you like the fact that you have those supers and have, like, the invincibility on some of those supers, the level 1s?
I think it's pretty cool because if you don't have that, if you get burnt out, you would have no way to get out the starting situation in the corner. So it's good if you always can keep at least a bar before you go into burnout. That way you don't get stunned and take 50% of your health that you can't do anything about.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. See, again, this is all... It's interesting because a lot of times when you have a lot of people playing these fighting games, they don't realize how important resource management is. And so, yeah, keeping one bar there, and that makes you more willing to just to burn yourself out then, basically. So
you get more options to burn yourself out if you want to take that route and playing at least.
So when you played the beta, I mean, what was your mindset? Were you trying to keep that guard gauge, or were you okay just spending it and just going into burnout all day?
No, I actually don't even use like the meter mostly. If I whiff punish one time, I'll do a drive rush combo, and then I'll kind of let it build up some before I try to use it again. I never really felt myself in burnout in the beta much, unless you were fighting like a Gao and they just taking all your meter with sonic booms.
Right. So that's so cool, because like I said, I bet you there's going to be players out there that's just going to be spending their EX, their drive gauge like candy, basically, just like throwing out money all day, making it rain. But it's going to be really interesting, like right there, Toy, just like, you know what, I'm going to burn myself out, whatever. I have offense, here we go.
You know, a fun thing Chun has in this game that I found out when I was playing her, when you're burnt out, if you just spam low forward heavy legs, it's plus.
What? Really?
So you can chip them out for free.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
You can never press between it. So the only way to beat it is they have to guess with a random super.
Oh, man.
So you just do low forward heavy lays, low forward heavy. It's an infinite. I love figuring out the infinite.
It's a black stun infinite. Oh my god. Man. Slow down, man. Give us some time to get good. No, but I mean, like, how has the transition been going from 5? Because obviously, you made a name for yourself in Street Fighter 5. You burst onto that NA final scene and just like shocked everybody, right? You just came in, and then from that point forward, you have been one of the most dominant Street Fighter 5 players until, you know, to this day here. Has it been hard transitioning into this game, or is it because you play so many fighting games, it's just like, it's...
Yeah, playing fighting games in general is pretty easy for me to pick up on since I played them for so long and I played so many. And this game is kind of like a mixture of Street Fighter 4 and 5, and you know, I played both of those quite a lot, so... It's very easy for me to kind of pick up on how to play this game in neutral. And then they have like the cool things, which is like the drive impact and the drive rush system. So they added their own Street Fighter 6 flavor.
Yeah.
And they kept kind of 4 and 5. So, you know, everyone can love something about the game. You know, the old people can love the 4. The newer people can love how Street Fighter 5 plays in this. And then if you're a newer player, they have the new mechanics and, you know, you can go crazy.
Right. Do you consider yourself an old player now, Punk?
Yeah, I've been playing since 09. I'm pretty old school these
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know. I mean, your background. So you, I mean, like I said, you burst onto the scene for 5. But as you mentioned, you were a feverish online player.
Yeah, I was
online
monster.
You just didn't travel to a lot of events and stuff during that time, right? So, because you were what, like 9 years old or something?
Yeah, I was very young. Street Fighter Ultra, Street Fighter 4. I think I was when it ended, I was 17.
Dang. Okay.
And when Street Fighter 4 came out, I was 9 years old. So, it's a crazy thing to think about.
Can we get him off the stage? It's making me feel old over here.
I'm the only one with gray hair, though. You know, I feel like I'm older than you.
I don't know how that happened, dude. I got lucky with the jeans, man. I thank my mom for that one because I definitely got her jeans.
This is Tokido, bro. He stressed me out over these.
Oh, dude. Who doesn't he stress out, dude?
Tokido is for sure the reason I got it.
Oh, man. But, I mean, how excited are you to play Tokido and like Problem X and all these players from all the different regions in a brand new game like this?
It's cool because now you might be able to play online somewhat too, so you don't have to really wait to go to tournaments to be able to play these players anymore. Since the netcode in the beta, it was pretty playable when I tried to play against the Japanese players.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was playable. Maybe not online tournament level playable, but if you want to practice matchups and stuff, you can definitely, I think, play the players. Yeah. And I think it'll be even better if you live on the West Coast, since I live in the East.
Yeah, you'll be able to play all the EU guys.
Yeah, Europe was perfect. There was a few people I played from Europe, and they came in my stream and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm from UK," and I was like, "Oh really?" I would never be able to tell.
That's got to be exciting though, because you know one of the things that I like to talk about a lot is the regional rivalries and everything like that, and we've seen this from, Strive is the previous game that has had really good netcode and has allowed a lot of the players in the US to become very strong. Like, is that something you're like, now you can practice with Chris CCH, and stuff? Is that something that you guys are thinking about, trying to, strengthen the US overall? Because one of our biggest weaknesses has always been the size of our country, right?
And the netcode for the games has never been the best.
Yeah.
Right now, with this game, it is pretty cool. I mean, you get to play with all the players now in the U.S., so now there's a better chance of people knowing more matchups, because there's a lot of matchups that kind of region-specific in Street Fighter 5 for U.S. So now when people play weird characters at tournaments, you'll actually know the matchup. There's less excuse for sure now that, oh, I don't know the matchup, so I couldn't win. Now I feel like that kind of excuse is eliminated. If you don't know the matchup, it's because you didn't want to know it.
Right, because I mean, like in Street Fighter 5, if you weren't West Coast, you're not fighting a lot of roses, for example, right?
And if you're like 9 to East, you're really not fighting Lore much,
Oh, yeah, that's true, that's true. But here, this is the last round, I think, between these two players. Look like, oh, no, wait!
Oh, the Argo box.
Oh, we're losing. We're dropping combos already here, dude.
Oh, okay, the dash throw. Street Fighter 5 special. We like that. See, I told you, for the Street Fighter 5 people, it right there, dash throw.
Still works. Still works, man.
It still catches people off guard.
Oh, that's awesome.
For me, I felt like my rivalry was with Tokido. Never really Idom. Never.
Yeah.